Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? The live action Little Mermaid movie is considered a bit of a flop, even though it is being shown still in theatres around the world. It is just considered a bit of a flop because of the amount of money it cost compared to the amount of money it's getting in being shown in cinemas. I'm not here to talk about that though, because I've already done a video on that. I'm actually here on this video today to see if this is considered a bit of a flop. The 17-inch limited edition Ariel doll.
Is that even possible?
The answer is no. Review done. Thanks for watching. Now, when it comes to these live action limited edition dolls, I don't usually get them. I passed on Cinderella, I passed on Alice, passed on Belle, and I passed on Jasmine. Now, when it comes to Ariel though, Ariel is one of my favourite princesses, so of course I had to get her for my collection. So she's been in my collection now since she was released last... When was she released? In May of 2023, when the movie was released. So now it's time to have a closer look and see what I actually think of her.
Such wonderful things surround you. What more is you looking for?
First up, let's look at the box. Now, if you don't know me by now, I keep my dolls in the box. The whole reason of that is because the box is a part of the actual doll, is a part of the package, a part of the artwork. Some dolls have excellent boxes, but some dolls don't. I'm looking at you, designer dolls, but they still stay in the box because that's part and package of the actual item. And where do you put these boxes when you've taken the dolls out? I want to know, if you take your dolls out, what do you do with these boxes? Do you throw them away? Let me know. Anyway, let's look at this box. Now, the first thing that I noticed in my first impressions video is how the box captures the light and just reflects it. Like underwater, really. It's kind of got like the underwater vibe. And as you can see, just here as well, it actually, the light bounces off it. So you've actually got reflections here, which I do love. So of course we've got aqua colours in there, like blues, purples, and some kind of greens in the actual box itself. Let's have a look. So, Ariel, a limited edition of 1 of 5,200, which is a low number considering what Disney's been doing recently with the limited edition dolls. Of course, we've got the Disney logo and the age restriction there. Of course, these nude boxes come with these bows, and I can guarantee you, at the end of this video, this bow will not be like that. Okay, so let's read what it says at the back. Just kind of dropped it. Disney, The Little Mermaid. Make waves under the sea with your mermaid who sings from her heart. Disney artists delightfully introduced this limited edition Ariel doll that is perfectly adorned for aquatic royalty. While Ariel loves the sea, her journey begins on land where she falls in love with Prince Eric. Against her father, King Triton's wishes, Ariel's led to Ursula, a wicked sea witch who makes Ariel human in exchange for her voice. Her sweet sea life friends, Flounder and Sebastian, help her nourish this love at first sight so that Ariel can win back her voice and ultimately true love. This doll will make a splash for fans and mermaid lovers alike. Rediscover the magic of The Little Mermaid by letting Ariel be part of your world. Oh, I do like the end bit of that. Yes, so that is the box. How could I not have just noticed? Ariel's name is actually in the seashell though. So then we come to the plastic sleeve. Again, Ariel's name is in gold there now in the seashell, and just around it we've got seashells, aquatic plant life, and bubbles on either side of the actual sleeve, a window, whatever you want to call it. Oh, and actually at the top as well. There we go. Bubbles and that. And side as well. One thing I forgot to mention, of course, we've got the Little Mermaid in gold at the top of the sleeve there. So you'll see it in the actual window, just there. Oh, the back of the box. As you can see, it is a aquatic theme. It does look like it could be a Google image, or is it just that realistic, that the Disney artwork is that good you actually think it's just a picture from the internet. Bubbles down there, coral reef right behind her. So again, this is the reason why I keep her in the box. Now let's talk about the price. Now, when I first started collecting these limited edition dolls, they were being sold at £60, then they went up to £72, and now we're in a state where they're actually £120 for a 17-inch doll. Do I agree with that? No, considering the last price increase was £10, because they were £110 a few years ago when the Kaida, did I say the name right? Doll was released. But now £120. Do I agree with that? No, not really. Now, there has been a few issues when some of these dolls have not been that popular and ended up in the sale. So therefore, you actually go for 50% off, 60% off, and even 70% off, which we see with the designer collection. So when you actually spend £120 on a doll like this and see it eventually go into a sale, that's when you actually think it wasn't worth it. But there is a but with this doll though, because when you spend £120 on an item like this, for an item you want in your collection, and she does sell out, yes, because she sold out here in the UK straight away within the first hour of her being on sale, you don't mind then spending £120, because when you compare it to the second-hand markets such as eBay, Facebook Marketplace, you can actually end up paying double for this. So she doesn't get marked down that much for the price. Finally, let's look at the doll itself. Now, I'll just give you a quick glance of the actual doll. And there's the doll stand there. First up, I do like the fact they've actually got Hallie's little spot just right there. I'm liking that bit of a detail there. What also I noticed in my first impressions video was for her, because in the actual movie, the live action movie, you're thinking to yourself, why has she got like different kind of, like, she's got dreads, she's got normal hair. I just didn't like that in the actual live action doll, the live action movie. But when it comes to the actual doll, I do like the fact they've actually carried that on with it. You can see a bit of dreads there as well. It is a nice little touch. Coming down to the actual outfits, coming to her top, we have actually got, as you can see, it's scale-like. It is just basically a printed scale design with ruffles on the top there. But again, it is capturing the light and bouncing it off. Now, what I do like going down to her body is this green paint on the actual doll itself. We've not actually just stuck a mermaid's tail on Ariel and be done with it. We've actually carried on the green of the actual tail onto the actual body. And then we've actually got these like kind of fins coming out of the actual mermaid's tail, which I do love. Working our way down, we've got sequins that actually represents her tail, and of course, as you can see, the light is bouncing off it. And then I do love her fin. I just love the purple shimmers. I do actually love the fact as well, we go from a green, and I didn't hardly notice it until I come down to the actual fin. And then you come down and then it turns into pink purple down here at the very bottom, and of course goes onto the actual fin itself. And as you can see, the shimmering there, it is a really nice touch. I do like this on Ariel. I was actually thinking, I'm not going to like this live action doll. I'm not a fan of the live action dolls, but I think this one is one of the best when it comes to live action dolls. Going to her accessories. She hasn't really got much on her arms. She comes with her bag here, her netted bag, and of course we've got a little telescope there, which does she actually use in the actual movie? I think she does at the very start of the movie. I do need to watch it again. Just a little few things that I've missed out. On the actual bag, I do like the fact we've actually got small little trinkets on the bag. We've got, let's zoom out, there we go. We've got little trinkets on the actual bag itself. So anything she finds, she just attaches on. Is that the telescope? Yeah, that's the telescope there. So we've got small little trinkets. And we've got this fin at the back, well, which I completely didn't even mention. Of course, we've got her on a doll stand because she's got no legs. And there's the bottom of the doll stand right there. And just to confirm, these are, you can actually feel her legs are actually in her tail there. I do like the fact they've actually, it is a doll mold. They've got the 2 legs there. It's not simply, let's just put the top of the doll and then it's just going to be like something solid in a tail, but you can actually feel her legs there. So for those like people who actually make their own dolls, you can actually take the tail off and do something with the bottom half, really, if you want to make a human. So there is that option there. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. And just to prove it, there's the after shot.